Good afternoon, and this time it is actually afternoon in my area. So, in this stream, we're going to be doing the 6.5 MSQ, however long it takes. I would imagine it'll take some hours. Usually there's a lot of story, so unless you're like mash, it will take a while. Right, so we found the blob of people, and we have also found Vashan. So now we can actually get started. Right, so remember, if you're watching this stream, you're going to be seeing the 6.5 story. So if you haven't seen it yourself yet, that's on your own risk that we're going to be spoiling it here. And hey, Kitsuneko and hey, Mia. You've already completed the trial. Fair enough. I guess I have some catching up to do. Caetsu, I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I'm told Y'shtola will be returning shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in devising a way to harness the first light. Come, let us await the others in my chambers. You've got it, Bashan. Hey, Aradel, how are you doing? Not voice acted. That's a bit surprising. My apologies for the delay. Y'shtola, I see you've changed attire since last week in Azur's lab with Small Kai. Fair enough. Think nothing of it. I pray thou art come with glad tidings. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I am pleased to report. You may leave it there. Thank you. Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own, grave ones. Urianger hath sent word from the Void Gate in Mare Lamentorum. The situation is precarious. Oh. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet, though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for eons, against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Loprids are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but 'tis only a matter of time ere they fall. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. That Zeromus should so test the seal even when not at full strength, 'tis every bit as terrible as we feared. Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require means to pierce its dark shroud. So, did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe? And he looks at me. As a matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Well, that was easy. Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. Let me step over here. This is my suitcase where I keep my lunch. I just got hungry. Hey Hoshi, hey Sharo, I hope you're both doing very well. This is my lunch. And so I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices, ether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. That such a thing should be possible. We shall first direct ether from Nabatharang, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the knowledge Grahatia acquired from the Archmagus Noah was also a source of inspiration. Let me step over here. Bomb has been planted. Once we have infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. Isn't it very counterproductive to set them all up here then, Y'shtola? And the ether transmitter shall guide the energy onto the 13th, like so. In this way, we shall have a lance of light with which to pierce the shield of darkness. How backwards? Wait a minute, isn't that like... kind of like the opposite of what La Habrea said back in A Realm Reborn? Although I think he called it a hammer of darkness or something like that. Or so I hope. No tests we performed were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. With such great minds on our side, how could we possibly fail? Indeed, we've harnessed the wisdom of the past, present and future to further this cause. I too have faith that it will be enough in the end. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it? Yes. A task we must entrust to you, Caetsu. Rest assured, I will provide you with what support I can. What you have to do is you have to take this suitcase. I wish to go as well. This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with my own eyes. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel. That's how you and yours managed it, yes? That is incredibly dangerous to do. Just for that. Can I go on dangerous holiday, please? Void Scent summoning also sees the soul separated from flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. If you aren't averse to traveling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel. Blink. Hat tip. Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and then help Zero transfer her soul. A normal Saturday? Pray see to your own preparations, and then let us reconvene at Megaduta. Ymir says as he will also be playing tank. You know, if there's people in the stream that wants to come along with me, and it turns out that that there's someone else that insists on playing tank, I will just switch. I just kind of default to tank because I've always done that. And Sharo just did the dungeon. Good luck with the trial. And Ariel says the raid was fun, but it's much easier than I imagined. Okay, well, we'll do that later today, so I'll be able to give my thoughts on it then. But thank you for letting me know. I think the thing with alliance raids is that they're designed to be beatable in a single sitting, obviously. So it's dangerous to make them too difficult, but it's also difficult to make them too to make them challenging without being too easy. Did that make sense? It is difficult to make them challenging without making them too hard, and it's difficult to make them easy enough to beat in one sitting without making them too easy. Oh, okay, Sharo. Well, I guess it would be some hours before I get to that, unless the dungeon and trial is front-loaded. Stola will be along after she has seen the Zero's soul. Let us await her here. Ah, my most powerful skill. Waiting. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemists attend her body until she returns. The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. Ah, considerate. I've also included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Gratia. Excellent. Oh, thank you. I can't read. While you're away, I'll join Urianger and the Loprids on the moon. They'll need help should the brands fail. Good luck with that. A fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Reen. With her power over light, she's bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that, or aught else, seek out Beck-Luke. As the first foremost authority on soulcraft, they should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. As I recall, the old Mumma was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, so that should be a first stop. That's all from me. Go forth, Warrior of Darkness, and make your triumphant return to the First. I feel like we've been in the First multiple times throughout Endwalker. But sure. I'll be back. Dun 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 dun. Oh, there you are. You've become shorter. I don't know if you're in a party, but you're welcome to travel along with me. Cabinet of Curiosity. Is that you, Caetsu? What brings you back across the rift? Honestly, first you ask me to extract another soul from a spirit vessel, and then you tell me you have desires to channel light to the void? Wicked white, Caetsu. Is nothing ever simple with you? No. Oh, I suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well, if your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you, and if it helps Urukalhai with his work, all the better. While I tend to your companion, you should go and speak with Reen. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Hortorium these days. I will look for you there once I'm finished. Whee! Ow! My legs! My knees! Oh wait, we have to run there. Okay, you wanted to be short. That is a significant difference, because I do recall previously that you were a different race than I last recalled, and you were like, yeah, I lost a bet. But if you want to be a Lalafell, that's all good. Look, there's Sip! We've caught up with Sip!
Restoring the elements to the empty may allow life to flourish there once more. But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants. Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land. Such as...
Just standing here quietly observing? Very interesting point, by the way. Like, imagine if a part of Earth just suddenly just basically became nothingness, and then you had to like rebuild it by essentially artificially making an environment that actually could work. That would be difficult, because there's a lot of things you might not consider would be required for like an ecosystem. Yeah, how about coffee plants?
Coffee. If I recall correctly, it thrives in warm climates with cooler nights to promote growth. Yes, that might be suitable. And with a good harvest, we could set some aside for coffee biscuits. Wait, it's you!
It's me!
It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see. Hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us.
Oh, don't worry about that, Reen. We went to check something, and now a different kind of final days is upon us. You know how it goes. You know, with me. Stuff happened. The famous coffee biscuits. They're good.
You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light? Please, let me help. Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree. If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
I can still manipulate light to a degree. Watch this! Pulls out a flashlight.
'Tis done. Zero is now with us in the flesh. The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower. This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it?
That is a very... You know what? That is actually fair. I always make fun of the fact that the NPCs are like, here's this thing that you wanted, and then does this, and this, like just drops it like that, and then you just do this, and then you have it. And you never see like an item actually change hands, so clearly the item must be minuscule, like tiny, and it's even better when the other character does this. It just looks at nothing in their hand, so like it has to be like a really small item. But you know what? That is a tiny piece of paper. Like Grahatia wrote those instructions on like a receipt. Like, I was at the store. There you go. And that's how you do it. It's easy.
There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well.
Yeah, exactly. On a napkin, he was just like, that'll be fine.
I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
While eating a giant burger.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Not unlike we void sent then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Oops.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest I leave to you.
Zero, was it? My name is Reen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
We have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that.
It me.
If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
Do it. Ah, this is that part from the trailer.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful. To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
Growing light. Cheryl says in German, she was saying, how long were you standing there? Rune in German is very different than in English. I could imagine. Did you also choose the coffee plant option? Yeah, exactly. A good meal is never complete without massive apples, a whole loaf of bread, and like giant wheels of cheese. Like nothing less will do, as you all know. That's how things work. I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on, despite light ravaging her very being. Had I the selfsame strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world. No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving. That's why we're here. So, where to? Just lead the way. You know what? I'll take this. I'll have the dragon fruit. Well, Hoshi, I guess it'll be a bit before we do a dungeon or a trial or something. So you might be able to eat something if you need it. But it is quite funny that a lot of characters are portrayed significantly differently depending on the language. I'm guessing it's because like it makes more sense to that target demographic, so to speak, that like that they go for something that meshes better with like those groups of people in a way, I guess. I don't know. But that is also part of the reason why I've like kind of vehemently stuck to English across the board, like both in voiceover and in text. Not that I would be able to read probably any other language of text. But the reason is that if I had the Japanese voiceover, for example, a lot of people do that, but have English text, then having the understanding of the language, or rather having just mild understanding of the Japanese language enough that you might recognize some words, would have the undesired effect of knowing that that what the person is saying is not what the game says that they're saying, which would be very weird. So I decided to like stick to it being the same. Let's head for Nabatharang. Since Zero can't teleport to the ether right there, we should probably travel by Amaro. Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Nina, I take it back Luke told you why she's here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I am Lina, captain of the guard here at the Crystarium. Zero, is there something you require? Do you have a passport? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. I know well that you would never use the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so, I believe I understand. It's the Garlemald thing again. Ever since the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt. Which is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. This is your concern, is it not? Precisely. Bruh. It was light that nearly consumed our world, so to use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Crystarium of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust that we have only begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me, for whom do you fight? Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Caetsu and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. As for where to begin, I dare say Yulmore would be as good a place as any. Though ours is an amicable relationship now, we were at odds for long years. For specifically long, not many years, just long years, whichever ones they were. Yulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth he made slaves of his subjects and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a good man named Caetsu was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. Even so, there's a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Yulmorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. Thus, would it be prudent to give them prior notice? If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing. Oh. Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald. I save the world with the power of friendship. Where else should we visit? After Yulmore, I would suggest the Greatwood. There you will find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the V's, guardians of the secrets of ancient Ronka. The V's are insular and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, will greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. People who worship darkness, fitting for a world all but consumed by light. Very well. We will treat with the people of Yulmore and the Knights Blessed. In the name of the Emperor! Exactly. Here, take these whisper weeds. I will let you know when all is in readiness with the tower. Right then, I should tend to my own tasks. Explaining the situation to the people of the Crystarium, and arranging for your transmitters to be placed here and in Nabatharang. We're truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. Come, let's head to Yulmore. Hopefully Caetsu will know how best to present our plan to everyone. Erdel says apparently Feul is closer to an Ojo-sama or a spoiled princess in the Japanese dub than the Scottish companion we have. Oh, that is a good example. And Sharo adds that in German, Feul is more tsundere-like. I mean, I don't know how how I would categorize Feul in English, but she certainly complains very clearly every time you don't bring her for stuff. Around the world, around the world. Hello. You're standing around very conveniently, Caetsu. Good gods, if it isn't Caetsu. So what do we owe the pleasure? Not another world-ending threat, surely not. Surely not. We're planning a grand undertaking that may be of concern to the people of Yulmore. There's a sensitive matter about which we thought it best to consult the city's esteemed mayor. That's the one. I doubt I'd ever describe myself as such, but anyway, I can tell you're up to something. The kind of something I might want nothing to do with, but regardless, I should probably know. What is it? What is it? We have to save the world. Again. Hand clipping. Gathering light with the crystal tower, you say? I would be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Yulmorans. No. We can hardly blame you. We have no reason to question your motives, of course. Neither yours nor those of the Crystarium's leadership. A world engulfed in darkness, its corrupted inhabitants attempted to invade your own. It's rather a lot to process, but the desire to have one's home, to save one's home, is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show such concern for our feelings despite the gravity of your plight. Very well, you have my support. As if there was ever any doubt. Right. Let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everyone understands. Not so fast, dearest. If I were to reveal everything at this juncture, and you would be deeply unsettled, regardless of any assurances I offered. No, we need to first set the stage, spread word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight, that she's on a mission to save her world, as she once did ours. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly and explain the need to harness the power of light to a populace far more amenable to the idea. To that end, might I trouble you to speak with our citizens about your predicament? It would be more effective to hear the details from the hero herself, or likely to inspire solidarity for your cause. So, we appeal to the desire to aid the Warrior of Darkness to present light in a more positive light. Well played, Master Chai. If it's best that you do the talking, then we'll come with you. Fine by me. I'm content to observe. And I'm content to be observed. Once you've finished your rounds, I ask that you report to me. I should like to know how the people react. Lead the way, Caetsu. We'll be right behind you. And by right behind you, we mean we'll be going over here. From that conversation alone, I could see how much the people here trust you. Thanks to Ulus and Thancred, I've grown better at recognizing it. What? You've met Thancred too? I mean, right. Of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Right, let's find some citizens to speak with. I suggest we start here in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. Excellent. Whee! This is insanely unsafe. Like, insanely unsafe. I'm just saying. Don't bring children to Yulmore. A tavern, and an extravagant one at that. But those dancers engage with the poles in such strange ways. Are they pantomiming a battle? A soldier thrusting their spear into the ground and using it to launch themselves at an enemy, perhaps? Given this world's violent history, it makes sense that displays of martial prowess would become popular entertainment. That's not exactly what they're doing, but I can understand the confusion given that Heaven's Thrust for the Dragoon kinda uses sticks their spear in the ground for a kick and a slash. Thancred once told me that people come to these places to savor some memories and drown the others. I imagine the Beehive was built primarily to help Yulmorans forget about Sin Eaters, even if only for a time, but now they can simply enjoy themselves. I can see the appeal, but Don't worry, I know I'm still a bit too young for it. Well then. I used to live for the moment, not caring what might happen on the morrow. But now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future and feeling anxious. What? Your home is threatened with destruction. Wicked White, why are you wasting time in a drinking hole? Ah, but as I say it, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Gods, I need to take control of my life. I need to face my troubles head on. And the same goes for you. So to answer your question, nothing. Lala fell on a plate. Oh, that was what we were doing. Ow. Well now, the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both. How may I be of service? Your enemies plot to invade your world? Having heard tales of sin eaters ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come what may, I urge you to remain strong. You overcame the Light Wardens, you can overcome any adversity. And for what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here would be willing to help in whatever way we can. Oh nice, you landed on it. It's fine, Sharo. I'll possibly get it at a different point, at a bit different time. Right now we're doing MSQ. But thank you. Going downstairs, going downstairs. That thing there cleaning up the debris, for a moment I thought it might be a void scent. In case you didn't know, it's not uncommon for our kind to use statues as vessels. But I see now that it's more akin to the mechanical soldiers used by the Guardians. They come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? When War 3 tried to keep us out of the city, many free citizens died in the chaos. Some had no kin to inherit their wealth, and so Yulmore decided to use it to help fund the reconstruction of the derelicts. It's part of a greater effort to improve the living conditions down here, which is important since there's simply not enough room for everyone in the city proper. Good point. You're the Warrior of Darkness. I never dreamed I'd have the honor, but why are you in Yulmore, if I may ask? Your home is in danger, and you've come seeking help. If there's anything we can do for you, you need only ask. Things could be better here, of course, and we've got a long road ahead of us, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and yours, and we'll never forget that. Well, that makes things easy for me. Lali, it says, can someone tell me if the free trial has been extended already or not? It should have been extended, yes. It should have been extended. So you should be able to start progressing through Stormblood now. I'm pretty sure. So the people are of one mind and they decide to help. Good, good. Why, just earlier I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly. Then the plan has unfolded precisely as you envisioned. All that remains, then, is to assemble the citizens and explain Caetsu's need to gather light. For better or worse, I'm mayor of this city. I'll do my best to win them over. That's the spirit. Someone from off-screen? Wait, aren't you? Yes, you're her, the young lady who saved me from War3. I'd eaten enough meal to fall under his control, but you cured me. I wouldn't be alive today if not for you. Oh, I remember you too. I'm glad to see you're doing well. Ah, yes, I remember. Your name was... I only learned later that it was the Oracle of Light herself who saved me. Saved all of us. I didn't know if I'd ever get the chance to express my gratitude. I'm sure it was nothing for someone with your power, but thank you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Anyway, bye. What is this meal? Food made from the light-tainted flesh of sin eaters, you say? I see. The more they ate, the more the light's corruption spread. Right, and because of that, they became susceptible to War3's commands, as he could make the sin eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everyone from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects. You say that as if it were some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure and never know peace. My gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it, died for it. There were times when I wished I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. But I had friends to encourage and guide me, to help me learn not just to embrace my gift, but to take charge of my life, to change my fate. Hat tip. And so you did just that. The people of this world are resilient indeed. Matthew says, who are the NPCs with the new duty supports? Look, it's Tank Murai. Wait, who's the healer in that composition? Oh, right. That does make sense, I guess. And finally, for the Gimlet Dark, we have some guy, the healer. That is pretty funny. For your group composition, you have well-known person, and... well, you're here as well, I guess. That a half-void scent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years, I never stopped to wonder why, to wonder if I had a greater part to play. Well, perhaps it's time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. The answer is here in the first, and I will find it. Oh, wow, I guess I'll take the spell speed then. If we have no further business here, let's move on. Where to next? Slitherbow, the home of the Knights Blessed in the Raktiga Greatwood, will explain the situation to their leader Runa. I wonder if Runa is going to be mildly miffed that we brought someone from the source and didn't bring a specific someone. Yeah, exactly, Hoshi. Hero, well-known person, our leader, and Steve from accounting. Caetsu, you're a sight for sore eyes, my friend. Will you be staying long in Slitherbow? Though, having said that, I suspect this isn't just a social call. A great plan is in motion, and the Knights Blessed deserve to know. We need to speak with you as leader of the Knights Blessed. It's important. Ah, so it is more of a formal visit. That's fine. Why don't we get to it then? Well, that is incredibly practical. Like, normally they're like, okay, we have to go to the meeting room and everything. He's just like, oh, you need a meeting? Right. Go on then. What? Your world, Master Matoya's world, is in grave danger. Master Matoya. Y'shtola, she took another name in accordance with custom when she lived among the Knights Blessed. They believe light taints everything that it touches, even their true names. Out of respect, don't speak hers here. Should probably have led with that. You are Zero, yes? The one come from a world consumed by darkness. I struggle to conceive of such a place. A pitch-black pall shrouds the sky, which neither the light of the sun nor the stars can pierce. It's the opposite of what you once knew here in Norvrand. That being the case, I'm sure you can relate to our situation. All too well. You have my deepest sympathies. And in order to beat back the darkness in your world, you would harness light from ours. This is a simple yet brilliant idea. Only Master Matoya could have conceived of such. You know, actually, that Norvrand is still in her thoughts, that we are still. So, you're not opposed to our plan? We Knights Blessed may place our faith in the dark, but we have never sought to force our beliefs upon others. If your deliverance lies in light, then by all means avail yourselves of it. I'm surprised. From what I was told of your people, I was certain you would disapprove of our methods. Do not mistake our reverence for darkness as a desire for it to be ascendant. Rather, in darkness there is a peace that we seek to make our own through prayer and self-reflection. And while light may have wrought suffering in our world, anything in excess can be harmful, even darkness, as you and yours know all too well. It is the wielder who is righteous or evil, not the weapon. If you would wield light for a noble cause, then who are we to deny you? An easy thing for me to say now that night has been restored to our world, perhaps. Nevertheless, I wish you the best in your fight, Zero. May light shine your way in the darkness. Surprised Zero face. Now then, to mark this joyous occasion, I must offer you a proper welcome to Slitherbow. You might find this interesting, Zero. If you say so. Right, let us begin with the customary greeting. Caetsu, I trust you remember how to announce yourself as a friend of the Blessed. Well, she does. Me, on the other hand. The chat mode and say, enter Alin Tuta to offer Runa traditional greeting. And I immediately see in the chat someone writing, of course, Alin Tuta these nuts. Of course. Friends old and new, I bid you welcome to Slitherbow. Alin Tuta, what does it mean? In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say, good evening. This greeting allows us to quickly discern friend from foe. A simple expression, but in a world bereft of night, the words held deep meaning. They were a reminder of the world as it was, when the sun and the moon and the stars yet danced across the sky, and we wished one another well, as the day gave way to night. A communal tradition, so the word serves to bind us. Indeed, we are no longer strangers, you and I. Next, we shall have you cleansed of light's impurities. Present yourself to David in yonder room. He will be glad to assist you. Alright. And now, as our final traditional ritual, you will have to get a new name to cover your true name. How does Clownface sound? What? Clownface? Why Clownface? For no reason, this just came off the top of my head. Don't worry about it. Can I have a different one? No. There you are. Your friend has just been cleansed. Yeah, we do seem to have a pot stirrer over here, keeping the water properly darkness filled. How do you feel? Wet, but otherwise no different. Ha ha ha! I would have been surprised if you said otherwise. Even so, it is customary to cleanse ourselves of light with water blessed by our priests. But you have darkness again, do you not? Why continue the custom? Why, for the same reason that it was conceived, to pray for the safety of friends and visitors alike, as we pray for yours this eve. Safe travels, friend, and may blessed shadow keep you. Right. If that's all, let's return to Runa and see if there's any other customs I must observe. That is a sentence that you can certainly choose to, you can really add to by choosing how she says it, huh? Come on, Caetsu. Dun, 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 dun. Off we go. Riding home. Writing home. Cue the sad music. I've undertaken the ritual. Hat tip. And while I can't explain it, I feel more confident than I did before. Just a touch. I'm glad to hear it. With the Warrior of Darkness at your side, I've no doubt that you will save your two worlds. If we can defeat Zeromus, then the source would be safe. But nothing would change for my world. There would just be one less void sent to struggle over scraps with the rest. Is that so? Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. It's fine, I was under no illusion. I wish it were different, of course. Yes, this is the pink small dragon. What can I do for you? Caetsu, can you hear me? Have you met with the people of Yulmore and Raktika? Excellent. Then we may proceed to the next phase of the plan without worry. Big Luke has informed me that the tower's ready, so make for the Botanical at your leisure. I've arranged for you to rendezvous with Caetsu en route as well. Not only can he take you to the site of the flood, but he will also know where best to place the transmitters, given his familiarity with the route between the Crystarium and Amarang. He will be in Twine on business shortly, so I've asked him to wait for you there. Amarang. It's all coming together. To Twine, then. It's all coming together. To Twine! Hello, Cassad. Your timing couldn't be better, Caetsu. I've just finished up my business here. Lena has told me all. It would be my pleasure to take you to Nabatharang. As soon as the other helpers arrive, that is. They're supposed to be along any moment now. Someone from off screen says, Caetsu, it really is you.
We understand you're faced with quite a predicament, and when an esteemed customer is in need, the merchants of Morsuk are eager to provide.
The captain bade us assist you, miss, to ensure that light is delivered to the Crystarium. Members of our guard will place transmitters in Lakeland, and the good people of Morsuk will do likewise in the Hills of Amber. You need but focus on your own task in the Botanical. Yet more people clamoring to help you. It'd almost be more surprising if they hadn't shown up. If everyone is ready, then let's get to work. Someone from off screen says, wait! Hold it! You're heading to Nabatharang and didn't think to call on us? While most of our talents are still in a sorry state, we've spared no effort in maintaining the trolley. We've even upgraded it, as a matter of fact. It's faster than ever and can deliver you to the Botanical in no time at all. Excellent. It's the trolley boys! After everything you've done for us, we can't just stand idly by. Thank Greatwood never let us hear the end of it. Well, don't worry about that. Thank you. Thank you all so much. It's Magnus and the Trolley Boys! I dare say we have ample help. Come, let's go and acquire our light. Off into the sunset we go. Or, well, I guess the sun already set. And here we are.
So this is the flood of light. I don't remember much of the time when darkness consumed the 13th. Just the cold and the emptiness.
Zero? Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Are you all right? Yes.
You're the one who stopped this.
Oh, no. That was the first Oracle of Light, Minfilia. She's since left us. but I inherited her power and legacy.
I see. Let's get started then, shall we?
Ta-ta! Bomb has been planted.
The other transmitters are set. Whenever you're ready.
We need to construct additional pylons.
Such radiant light. It's almost too much for one steeped in darkness like me.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
If this power were mine to wield.
What? That is a bad idea.
I will not succumb. Not to darkness. Not to light.
She lost her hat.
Zero! She's taken light into herself. Her body struggles to contain it. She needs help.
You could have consulted us on that.
Thank goodness. How do you feel?
Better now, I think.
Should have used cover.
Then you're very, very lucky. Whatever possessed you to do that?
I had to know if I could command the light. If I could change my fate. Once, I would never have dared to dream it. But your friendship and your trust has helped me to see new possibilities. In myself and everything else. Perhaps that's why, when I beheld this world once damned yet saved, I saw the potential for mine to be saved as well. To become a world where light and darkness are in harmony, and life flourishes. A world where we're not consumed by insatiable hunger, but filled with hope for what we might create together. If I had the strength, perhaps I could make such a dream reality. Perhaps I could awaken us from this endless nightmare. That's what possessed me.
If that's your heartfelt desire, then you mustn't be afraid to share it. There was a time when I lacked the courage. To voice my desires was to burden those I love, or so I convinced myself. But then I met those who believed in me. They helped me to believe in myself, and find the strength to live. And so long as I'm alive, I know that I'll be fine. No matter how dire things seem. No matter where I am. To be able to think that brought me peace. And it's a blessing I owe entirely to my friends.
Those who believe in us. I will remember your words. I know all too well that there's a limit to what we can achieve alone.
As a friend, I'd like to help you fulfill your dream. If you wish to take in more light, I can keep the power in check and help your body accept it.
With the power of light and darkness, you will be unstoppable. Imagine the passes you could do.
I certainly hope so. Right then. I'm counting on you. Here I go. I can feel it. The light's warmth welling within me.
Then I believe it worked.
With this power, I will return to the void and fight for the world that once was, and for those I hold dear.
You must construct additional pylons. Do they have transmitters all the way back to here, or... Oh, and now we're here, by the way. Red Mage should be the most powerful then. Well, I mean, you need a very, very large amount of darkness and light, I guess? Question mark? We've done our part, and I trust that the others will see the light to our destination. It's time we return to the source. I shall seek out Beck-Look and have them return my soul to the spirit vessel. Well, I suppose this is it. I don't know if you had any other preparations to attend to or people to visit, but I'll go on ahead to the ocular. To the ocular. To the ocular. Uh-huh. Ah. Custom delivery, probably. Hello, blob of people. What? Is it? Oh, is it the relics? Oh, I never realized the quest was there. I assumed it was a new one. Fair enough. Welcome, milady. If you wish to go to the ocular, I should be glad to escort you. Yes, please. Escort me. Open the door. The tower stands ready to send light into the rift, and Zero's soul is secured her vessel once more. Thank you. Ah, a box of Zero. Our helpers across the realm have also sent word that the transmitters are in place. Once the others have been set on the moon of Zero's world, we should have their foundation for our ethereal current. Wait. They're helpers on the other side. Oh. To make matters easier, the transmitters broadcast a powerful signal that can be detected by the towers even across the rift. Upon confirming that the void ones are active, we will send forth the light. The rest will be up to you. We'll all be praying for your success. Now go, make haste back to the source and save your worlds. I mean, to be fair, I believe the relics, they have the crafter-gatherer relics have been in the game for at least half a year by now, right? Or is it only 4 months? Like, I'll admit, I didn't realize that the quest was right there. I thought it was a new one. But I guess it's kind of new, yeah? Depends on your standards of new, I guess. Caetsu, thank heavens you have returned. The reports report that the brands are on the verge of failing. We have no time to spare. I shall restore Zero to her body at once. Ah, that's better. I was worried that the soul transference process might affect the light I absorbed, but it feels as potent as before. The radiance of your soul was impossibly blinding. I don't know how you would have managed without Reen's help. Well, Reen helped me to contain the light. It was you, all of you, who gave me the courage to even make the attempt. Your friendship, your acceptance. That includes the people of the First. The Knights Blessed, in particular, showed me great kindness, as did Runa, whose only regret seemed to be that you could not join us. Aww. A regret we share. Ours is a reunion long overdue. If all is in readiness, then I will assume my dragon form and fly to the moon. In the meantime, pray make your own way to the drowning brand. There we shall reconvene before sallying forth once more into the void. Hoshi food get! Awesome. Through the sea of star. Wait. Oh, that's way smart. I have half price on the Aetheryte right nearby there. I'll take that one instead. Save money. Wait. Magic school bus. Activate the magic school bus. Bom, 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 bom. I wonder how long there is until the dungeon. I wonder.
Time to take the fight to the enemy, is it? The darkness has been utterly relentless, gnawing at the seal like I might an iron carrot. That's the spirit. Strike fast and hard, because you won't get another chance.
As a precaution, we further enhance the combat supporters. You don't need to worry about us while you're away. I shall maintain my vigil over the brands. Pray see that thou art ready to depart as soon as Vitra and the others have assembled. May the light shine the way to victory and deliver you all safely home. And there he is. It's your boy Vitra. A living way. Well, didn't they say they were smacking at the brands or some such? This doesn't look very aggressive. The dark pall over the crater has grown thicker, and on the other side lies Golbez's domain. He'll have altered the terrain to hinder us. I don't sense his presence, but I wager he is in the crater. It would be ideal if he were. I shall hurry and place the transmitters. Once they are activated, our cross-rift ethereal current will be established, and light will flow freely from the first. In theory, at least. It will work. It must. There'll be nothing left but a smoking crater. Has Alice been here?
All is in readiness. Without further ado then. Light from beyond the rift, shine forth and banish the darkness.
Meanwhile... let's see.
Excellent. The tower is replete with light from the Bath Arang. Commencing transmission.
Oh. Whoop.
It works. It works. Light is flowing into the void.
I like how the Crystal Tower just had this visualizer for this specific situation built in.
May this light illuminate your way.
You can do it, Zero. I believe in you.
Meanwhile... I'm a firing my laser! We cut a hole in it. In the smoke.
Look, an opening.
It worked. Let us waste no time and sally forth.
Sally forth.
Alas, I fear the breach may be too narrow for you, Vritra.
Oh, I came all this way and then I can't even join you. Ugh.
For a blessing, I prepared my simulacrum for such an eventuality.
Oh.
My true form shall stand guard here while we explore the chasm. 'Tis faint, but I sense the presence of a dragon. No doubt my sister's essence trapped within Zeromus.
You know, Cheryl, I was thinking exactly that. I was like looking at our party of 4, like, well, who's going to be tanking? And then Vashan just comes up like, anybody needing a tank?
Not where she was held captive before, but somewhere much deeper.
The descent will not be so easy this time. The chasm swarms with void scent.
I mean, I was perfect. I would have been perfectly ready to accept Steve from accounting, but it's unlikely that Steve would be able to make it here, you see.
Summoned by Golbez, perhaps, or born of the residual darkness.
However they came to be, we shall cut a path through them. Is everyone ready? Zero?
That light should shine in the void once more.
No single one of us could have made it so. Only by joining hands were we able to kindle this light.
Do you see, Golbez? We needn't damn others to save ourselves. You knew this once, surely, when you tried to befriend me. When you were one of the precious few left willing to trust in another. But that man is gone. And in his place, a mockery of his beliefs. It's the same as before. Though we walk different paths, we seek the same destination. And yet... there is something I must know. A truth that lies waiting in the dark.
It's quite funny because she decided to work alone, and Golbez and friend were trying to work and save the world using friendship. Now Golbez is trying to save the world on his own, kind of, and Zero is coming back, knocking on the door with the power of friendship. Interesting flip. Hey Rhaenys, hope you're doing well. Rest assured, I will not let my emotions overwhelm me. When the moment comes, I will call to my sister, and I will wrest her free from Zeromus. The crater awaits. Woe betide any who bar our path. The lunar subterrane now accessible. Right. I don't know if both Shade and Hoshi wants to come along, but in case they do, if there's anyone who wants to be player 4, do let me know. And make your way to Louisoire Chaos on EU so that we can join up. Obviously, you would need to be on this quest step as well. Anyway, I will be right back, and then we will continue. Right, I'm back. So no one would like to join us player 4, that's fine. We'll just, well, assuming that both Shade and Hoshi wants to come along, then we have a group of 3 at least. There is a free spot, Ardell. I usually lean towards tank. So if there's no one else that specifically wants to tank, then I will be tanking. In that case, are you alright with healing, Ardell? Right. Actually, I am mildly curious just to check. Oh! Lancer? Okay. Fair enough. I thought he was just super gladiator like he has been previously, I believe. Or do I remember that wrong? Did they change that? Is that where we're coming out from? That is a weirdly gigantic pack. And then just randomly 2 massive mobs that don't die with the rest of the pack. It's funny that they do that. It's not uncommon. It puts some sort of expectation on the team to focus on specific mobs, but then when there's too many of them, then it becomes kind of meaningless because you can't focus on like 2 or 3 mobs at once. And what I mean by can't focus on 2 or 3 mobs at once is mainly that when you're AoEing, the way that you focus a mob is that you choose it as your main target, and then you like the attacks that like primarily hit a specific mob will then kill that one a little faster. So you can't really do that if there's too many. Unless there's a clear one that you should be focusing most. Like it seems it is the case with this Void Moon Plague guy. This arena feels weirdly small in a way. Dark Elf. Ah. It reminds me of, yeah, look at the floor. That sounds about right. Mildly reminds me of our elf from Strangers of Paradise. And I'm relatively confident that it's intentional. Oh. Remember that for later? Now there's 3 of them. Ah, that is interesting. We just have to remember the safe spot as we do stuff. It's very good. Very nice mechanics. Not too hard, but it's very interesting. Staff smite. That what the big companies do when when they delete half of their workforce. Staff smite. Yeah, exactly, with Twitter. Staff smite. Ooh, a crown. Pretty. And a ring. It's a ring. Golbez really, like, remodeled this place. There's so much in here. Oh, we find a discarded Memoria crystal. Castle.
Golbez, the city is already overrun.
Yes, I'm Golbez. It's me, Golbez.
First the villages and now the capital. Nothing is exempt from their avarice.
I'll help you. I also think that it's hilarious that we have like straight up goblins that look like a 3D rendition of like mobs from the oldest Final Fantasy games, pretty much. I think it's great that we have that. It's not the first place we've seen them. They are also in Shadowbringers, I believe. Shade says the castle in the background is basically a 1-to-1 out of Final Fantasy IV. Nice.
I cannot, will not fall here. They knew we were elsewhere. Cowards.
Wait, what? I'm mildly confused. Is this a case of only one pack at a time? Oh, here they come. That's a little awkward. Yeah, we heard you the first 2 times, buddy. I think he will not fall here. He looks surprised to be here. I'm guessing that it's going to make it so that some of the pillars fall. I mean, I feel that was a pretty well-timed call. I didn't remember which pillars were going to fall, so I just went with the safe option. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear, oh boy. Oh boy. Pound sand! Here cometh the sand blast. Uh-oh. I got a little close, and now it's going to get a little closer. Well, this is an interesting fight, because by construction, we will eventually run out of pillars. Like, this fight is bound to end with there be, like, either before all of the pillars are gone, or we will eventually just have no more pillars to worry about. Like, you can only do that mechanic one more time.
That they command such terrible
Shoes.
beasts bodes ill. We've no time to lose. Such destruction. If only we had returned sooner.
Such devastation. Can we fight those as well? I want to pull them. Can I pull you guys? I can. Excellent. Then we pull you. Let us fight. Commence the battling. It's the OG Hellhound. For king and country.
I cannot, will not fall here.
He really will not fall here. You heard it here first.
I dare say we'll be faster if we split up.
Well, if you insist. It's the Boomy Boys. Now we need him to say blade. Oh, nice. Can I fight you? Help! me! Help me specifically! That sounds like a great combo, BSR. You have Estinian just screaming about this and that, and you have Durante going like, I will not fall here! Oh man, I'm sorry. I've just had Aradil tank that mob for me this entire pull. I didn't even realize there was a mob on the loose. Healer HP bars mitigation. I mean, technically, but I hope it didn't interrupt Aradil. Healer dying is mitigation. It's also a massive loss on the HPS of the group. Oh.
Golbez.
No.
This can't be happening. Not to you. My friend. My hero. I will stop you even should it cost me my life.
Oh. That's not quite what I expected. But he do have blade. He do be having blade.
So be it. I will fight you with all my strength.
Old magic. It's a magic ages like fine wine, you see. Ether to fortify my blade. Oops, I moved too soon. Oh wow, that was close.
I need power, light or dark, it matters not.
Ether to fortify my blade.
Such savagery ill suits you.
I really like this mechanic. It's really cool. Forsaken Fount.
You've weathered this before. Let's see how you fare now.
Ow. Wait, what? Huh? Oh. This weirdly reminds me of the etherochemical research facility. The reworked version specifically. Okay. Let's see. Nope. I didn't calculate that in time.
Even so, I'll not be bested. Not this day.
Wham. Oh, he's using Heart Slash, you know, the step 1 of the Dark Knight combo. I wonder when he'll use Soul Eater.
It's over, my friend.
No. It was not what I expected, but I wasn't sure what I expected.
You've weathered this before. Let's see how you fare now.
That was blasting. You know, that's actually a good point. It looked more like Blasting Zone for an animation. I'll use Heart Slash. Plays the Blasting Zone animation. Look at this Durante. He's a modder. Hey!
Not this day.
That was a good fight. The reason why I didn't expect we were fighting him is because I'm pretty sure he doesn't die here. It would have been cool if they made him do the entire 1-2-3 combo, especially if they made him do the 1-2-3 combo without actually using the animation for the 1-2-3 combo. Da 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 da. I think this is a pretty good dungeon for expert roulette until summer.
Why you and not me? You were the best of us. A paragon of virtue. I could never hope to be your equal. I am only the knight I am because of you. Because you believed in me! You would not wish to become a monster, preying upon those who fought to protect. But neither can I bring myself to kill you. So rest easy, my friend, and entrust your legacy to me. You will never die. This I swear. Through me your name shall live on, as the hero who saves the world.
We've been released from the memory, 'twould seem.
If Golbez was the one sealed in this memoria,
Mm-hmm.
then the one we've been fighting is...
No more than an imposter playing at hero.
Durante, I presume.
A name long since lost to time. History shall remember only Golbez. Come what may, I shall deliver the world its salvation, and I will not suffer you to interfere.
You seek to free all souls from the purgatory of undeath. And to that end, you would invade another world. While I cannot condone your methods, I understand your motive full well. For I'm driven by the same. I too wish to save our world. I too once thought I had to bear the burden by myself. That I had no choice but to walk my path alone. But I was wrong. We may yet strive together towards our shared goal. If you would reconsider your course.
If you possessed power which transcended that of Zeromus, then perhaps I would. But you do not. No, you are but another Voidsent like me. And what is a candle before the sun?
Perhaps we aren't all-powerful, and cannot effect great change in an instant. Even so...
Great change is what we need. Aught less has no meaning. Having glimpsed our past, you should understand as well as any. As Golbez, I dedicated myself to ending the Contra Memoria. I fought the corrupted Memoriates and attempted to redeem those twisted by their power. Yet try as I might, I was powerless to make any meaningful change. 'Twas then, when I was floundering in despair, that she appeared. The Ascian Igeom. Claiming to know how to excise the source of our woes, she showed me to the moon, where the servant of light abided. 'Twas he and his ilk who had granted men unnatural powers, she said, and now prolonged the war. Believing her every word, I struck him down and caused darkness to engulf the world.
What? Then it was you who...
As Emmett Selk once told us, the 13th was the Ascians' first attempt at a rejoining, before they fully understood the mechanisms at play. They failed because they sought only to awaken the sundered Zodiac without instigating a calamity in the source. The darkness they unleashed had nowhere else to go.
Having left a ruin of our world, the Ascian fled. I was a fool to trust them, to trust in others. Since that day, I have sought the means to undo my mistake. The world may be beyond saving, but I would at least restore the Great Flow. The dragon was an extraordinary windfall, a veritable font of ether that expedited my endeavors time and again. But it wasn't enough to achieve my objective. Far from it. For an eternity, I had to bide my time. But the day finally came when I acquired the power I sought. The remnants of the Ascians' god sealed within the moon suddenly dispersed into ether.
Oops.
With that ether, Zeromus could be conceived, and driven by the dragon's longing for home, it shall soon arise to destroy the barrier between worlds. Thus will the way open to the promised land, and the death we have been too long denied. Thus will I, Golbez, bring salvation to all.
A tip.
So that is all you have left.
Say what you will. You cannot stop Zeromus' awakening.
going after him, aren't we?
Aye. That's why we came, after all. And besides...
Hi. It's me.
When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them. In others and yourself. Eulus was right about that.
Ymir says, we never see Golbez's face. I reckon he looked like Artbert. That is very possible. It's also possible that they are insinuating that he would look like you. Although, he's very tall, so maybe not. Yeah, he could be. That is very likely. It wouldn't surprise me if that were true. It would also be very interesting if, I don't know if that happens, but if like eventually we actually get the helmet off Durante Golbez, and it turns out that he doesn't even look like Durante anymore. And who knows? But something that struck me is that the 13th is in an interesting dilemma that is... it's not the same, it's hardly even close to the same, but it reminded me of the heir, you know, in Ultima Thule, who basically have discovered that, oh, well, the main dilemma is that they're like, oh, there's no point to living, basically, because everything's going to be over anyway. So they're kind of just figuring out whether they've finished, and when they finished, they just go and finish. Meanwhile, in the 13th, you don't even have the option of stopping. The only thing, like, you're basically in this game forever. This worldwide free-for-all deathmatch. And if you lose to someone, you become part of them and have to deal with their issues. So you just have to keep fighting forever to not have that happen to you. It's quite the opposition, isn't it? Let us press on. In the darkest recesses of the moon await Golbez and Zeromus. They are resolved to save their world and condemn yours. Are you prepared to brave the dark? Yes?
I had hoped to bear witness to the moment our salvation is realized. But nothing must be left to chance. I will stop you here, no matter the cost.
Oh, nice! That's a big high fire, too.
Wounded as I am, I knew that I would be hard-pressed to fight you on equal terms. And so I lured you to this place, where the advantage is mine.
He looks like he has the same aura as the Golbez in the flashback. What? How? How?
The archfiends live?
Impossible. Scarmiglione and Barbariccia were sealed in Memoria, while Caetsu and Rubicante died in the Source.
You're not wrong. They are not the true archfiends, but shades born of their residual ether.
Ah.
If they are shades, then their strength will pale in comparison. Even should they fight as one, we may yet prevail.
We'll tend to the archfiends. Go and put an end to Zeromus.
Ah, of course. Mm-hmm.
You'll do no such thing.
Go! We'll join you as soon as we can.
Doesn't that still leave Golbez? Oh, never mind. Whee! Once more into the void. We got it. We went into the voidia void.
It is too late. Zeromus will awaken, and it shall devour any who come between it and its desire. Your companion is no exception.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh.
Time and again, she has faced insurmountable odds.
What was the point of hurrying me along when she just killed one of them like that?
But no matter how hopeless things seemed, she's never given up the fight.
Oh, that's why I was wondering, like, weren't we, like, outnumbered? But apparently Rubicante was a little too dramatic.
So long as she has strength of will to forge on, then so too shall we.
For we believe in her, and she believes in us. And together, our light can pierce blackest darkness.
Well, not outnumbered, but equal number. She's using limit break. Hero landing. Ah, perfect. A perfectly square boss arena. Convenient. What is this darkness, cold and all-consuming? Where am I? Yeah, it's dragon language. I must return to my world, to my home, where my kin await. They won't like to see you like that. Hmm. Yes, I must return. I return, and none shall stand in my way. One moment. Yes? Warrior of Light hotline? Release Astaya. Be gone from my sight. Well, you left me no choice. I'll have to call the Warrior of Light hotline. So anyone wanna join for the trial? This music is pumping. Wow. What do you mean? Right, do let me know in the chat if you want to come along for the trial. Yeah, we're suddenly playing Metroid Prime. Do you want to join BSR? Ymir says I'm in the middle of a raid. Ah, okay. This is a ridiculously good theme. I love this. It's like they heard how hyped people were for P9 and P10's music, and they were like, I think we should do that more. Is Shade here? It is funny how whenever you call in Warriors of Light that they never ever appear to be busy with something. They're just always available. Well, this does work. We'll just have to rely on randoms to be healers. But this is a group composition that can work. Oh, instant queue. Who would have thought? People aren't spamming. Why? What reason would they have to spam it aside from having fun with it? Like, if it's such a good fight that people are spamming it just for fun, that would be impressive. I'm certainly looking forward to it. Oh. Oh. That was a weird choice from me. Is that one big line? I thought it was two. That is a very cool marker, but I don't think there's been a multi-line AoE like that before, I don't think. I don't think I've seen it used like that before. Oh, chase AoE. Uh-oh. I don't know how long it... Oh, that wasn't very far. I thought it was going to be way longer, so I expected to need more than the length of the arena. One cool quirk, just one. Oh. This is like something you'd normally see in Savage. I feel like back in Stormblood, for example. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow. 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 I'm not intentionally stepping out of the domes. I'm scared. I'm not entirely confident that people will give me the space, so I step as far away as I can. Oh no. No, 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 no. I had a feeling that we needed to get behind it. Uh-oh. That's a wipe. I want to see what happens. Alright, well, I think it's about time to hop off. There's no point fighting the boss from 50%. Hey, Kozani. Yeah, I agree. That was the first. I was like, wow. Right. So starts with the Doom thing. It like at a specific angle, it really looks like it's 2 line AoEs on top of each other, or even 3 of them. Void Bio. Ah. I didn't get that one last time. It's a very, very cool marker for this. And we're in space! Space! See, the reason why I didn't just step over here before was because I assumed, because it had this color, that it was already dangerous, like that you didn't want to step on it. So I was assuming that it wouldn't go the entire way, but then as it approached, I was like, oh, right, of course. Of course it would continue forward. Uh-oh. Oh. Slide to the other side. Is one of our healers... Oh, they're waiting because something... Oh, no. Big crunch. Ah, yes. For when you really have the hungies. The black hole is instant death. Ah. Yeah, I didn't notice how people died previously, but here's the thing. We're going to need big heals. Nice. We had White Mage with Cure 3. I tested it myself. I didn't accidentally fall in. Why are you suggesting that? I think that should be enough. They don't chase very far. I know it's an absolutely monstrously large circle, but it doesn't chase very far. Thank you, Gazel. I think we wiped once. Both of our healers died in fell swoop to a specific mechanic. It's hitting us with nostalgia! No! Anything but ow! Ow! Don't bury my nostalgia! No, I need that! I'm using it! What is happening? This is absolutely crazy. We're being hit with nostalgia again. Ow. 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 I'm feeling so nostalgic. Ow. Oh yeah, we have Limit Break 3. I think it's not a bad idea to hold on to it, but yeah, Ninja LB is probably the time. I think it was a good choice that we didn't use it so far, because if you have the healer Limit Break, then you can save yourself from so many mistakes. Like, you can't believe how many of the first trial in Endwalker I've had when, like, some melee uses Limit Break, and then half the party dies, and then we wipe. Oh. Huh. I don't know, I expected a bigger explosion? Yeah, I could. So the thing is that I've seen many trials that are like absolutely insane with the mechanics, but the thing that makes this fight scary is scary in the same way as Barbariccia, where it's chaos. Like the specific difference between that and, for example, Golbez is that Golbez feels like controlled, somewhat predictable. This just all over the place. Barbariccia was the same. So I have a feeling that Zeromus is going to be insane, like crazy. Not necessarily insanely difficult for the really good players, but it's going to be crazy. True, it's gonna be chaos. It makes sense. Chaos. I shall not perish so long as they await my return. I shall endure. Bloop. Uh-oh. Round 2. Nice. Nice block.
Are you alright?
Oof. My head crystal. Oof. Not in my head crystal. I need that. What? What did you say to him? How?
Like all Void Sent, Zeromus cannot be killed. Sealing it in Memoria is the only way.
What did you promise Golbez? Was it the giant cheese wheels? Like, what did you do? This is a bad time for that. Oh.
That it should come to this. I failed my dear friend. Fell for the Ascian's ploy and unleashed the darkness. And after an eternity of waiting, I find myself on my knees. How disappointed must you be in me, in the foolishness and futility of it all. No, I will not let it be for naught. I will not allow you to pass. I will triumph in my crusade.
There is no triumph to be found in this madness. Even if the veil were to be unraveled, it would not undo what darkness has done to the world. Nor would it bring Golbez back. From his slumber, you know there is no return. You're weak and imperfect. You know it in your heart. In spite of this, do you truly believe that you can save everyone? Are you sure you will not fail? I'm no better. Weak and imperfect and plagued by doubt. Which is why I need friends to walk beside me.
Light? But how?
This is proof that I believe in others, and they in turn believe in me. A light that illuminates the way in darkest despair. Be it in a ruined city locked in ice, or a world drowning in light, it was with faith in one another that life endured. I see it clearly now.
You think we are capable of the same?
It won't be easy. Having lived too long as Voidsent, we've forgotten how to trust. But one thing is certain. If Zeromus succeeds and everyone dies, we'll never have the chance to try. You asked me to join hands with you once, and I refused. I cannot take back that mistake, but I can extend to you the same offer. We can be better than we have been.
We must go deeper.
Of course. You were the Memoriat we met all those years ago. Yes, I remember now. We hoped you would join us in our quest to end the Contra Memoria. But you rejected us outright. It left both of us discouraged. Golbez most of all. If we could but overcome the fear that has shaped and divided us, we could change everything. Even in the midst of that terrible war, he never stopped believing in others. Not even at the end.
You're Golbez now. If you would live up to his name, then you must trust in people as he did.
I cannot forgive what you have done to my sister, but she may yet be saved. If you can help us see her safely home and protect the source, then...
As Zero's friends, we should gladly share what knowledge we have to help you restore the Void.
You truly believe the world of old can be ours again?
I do. So long as we work together.
Well, that was nice.
We will disperse Zeromus's essence once more. The instant we do, you must call to Ashdaya.
Understood.
Oh, no! A scythe broke?
Zero!
Uh-oh.
The suffocating darkness, like that of the rift. Impenetrable, disorienting, untethered, and drifting further away.
Be strong, Zero. Don't give up.
Hold fast to yourself. Look to the light within.
Your place isn't alone in the dark, Zero. Not anymore.
Menacing. Ah. Yeah, time for a job change. You have a staff now, so... Are you alright, Zero?
You needn't worry about me. With this power from beyond the rift, I can do it. I can save everyone.
Oh. Oh! Paladin!
Golbez, if you would make amends, then lend me your strength.
That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. This expansion really is Final Fantasy IV, isn't it?
Ashdaya! Hear my voice and return to me!
O Vitra, there thou art. I am coming, brother. I'm coming.
Have
And then-
care. Zeromus makes to resurrect.
Not if I have anything to say about it. No more! more fiend!
No more fiend! No more fiend, and also no more fiend! Ta-da!
You're safe now, Ashdaya. You're safe.
Yoink.
To my sister, I shall offer up the eye in this vessel. We dragons bring forth progeny with our very life force. That which my eye harbors should be enough to grant her corporeal form. Of course, this means I shall no longer have control over this vessel. I must ask you escort Ashdaya to the surface in my stead.
We came to bring her home, and we'll do just that. You have my word.
Thank you. At long last, we shall be together again.
Aww. It's small, Ashtaya.
Where are you going?
Our world may yet be restored. I thought it an impossible dream once, but having witnessed your miracles, I cannot help but believe. Nevertheless, I am the villain who wrought this tragedy, and in my misguided crusade, I compounded my sins. My place is not at your side.
Aww.
Regardless of how you may feel, by lending me your strength, you've made amends. You've earned a new beginning. It's up to you what we become to one another. What we couldn't do yesterday, we might still do today. Working together. And should we want for strength, we need only rally more like-minded souls to our cause.
Yes, that'll be easy.
So let's take the first step. The two of us.
We're gonna need this. Nice. Emir says, were Golbez and Durante boyfriends? Not necessarily. They could just be the best friends in the world. It's very possible. Wow. So, Zero, I'm guessing you're staying here in the 13th to try and fix things, which means that my prediction was correct. Assuming that she doesn't come back with us. Never did I imagine that the light I bore could bring about such change. As our domains are shaped by our innermost desires, perhaps this is a reflection of the hope that had quickened in my heart. I became not a reaper. You came to the 13th to rescue Ashdaya and protect your world. Our meeting was happenstance, and our association one of mutual convenience. Yet you and yours always treated me with kindness, as a friend, and through your friendship, I found a new beginning. As a paladin, I'm forever in your debt. I can maintain now. Yeah, exactly, Guzzle, in the interview. Zero waiting for Paladin buffs to pick up the class. That's really good. Poetic.
Words cannot well express my relief that we could rescue my sister, nor my gratitude to all of you. What of him, Golbez?
He felt it would be inappropriate for him to be present at your reunion with Ashdaya, and chose to remain down in the chasm. If you wish to hear an apology, however, I should be glad to drag him here.
Nay, that shall not be necessary. By his deeds hath he demonstrated his contrition.
I love this expression. Somehow, just the happy closed eyes like that.
So, what will you do now?
I've learned much, journeying together with you. Experienced things I could never have experienced alone. Together with Golbez, I hope to do the same as we labor to restore the 13th.
Then I suppose it's farewell for now.
Be sure to share with Golbez what you've learned of the Source and its reflections, as well as the true nature of light and dark. He is as resourceful as he is determined, and will surely make the very most of the insights.
Indeed. Once we've gained a better understanding of the situation, I hope we can rely on your counsel.
But of course, I too shall continue probing new possibilities, the better to be of aid when the time comes. Ah, speaking of which... From ocean rise and cloud bank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Come forth, my servant.
I liked your other incantation better.
I revised the incantation, which is not to say you know how it went before. Are we clear? Madara provided me with spare warding scales, which apparently provide greater protection than before. This should keep the familiar safe. So long as you give the Nixie ether from time to time, it will persist and serve as a beacon for us to find you.
Already we find ourselves with a new ally. Thank you.
An impressive lineup. Hi.
When you have the chance, please thank everyone for me. Those in Razatown, Garlemald, Sharlayan.
That looks like a long quest.
The First and on the Moon.
A very long quest.
A lengthy list. A gift for Reen. In return for the light she helped me harness. It's the Memoria holding Zeromus. If used to augment darkness in the First, it may help to create balance between our worlds.
An excellent idea. Similarly, why not entrust the archfiends' Memoria to Zero?
In that case, I shall pass them on to Golbez, to inspire and admonish him in equal measure.
Hi. So what I wanted to say was, well, I know your Zeromus Memoria is really powerful and rare and all, but look at these Archfiend Memoria I have. They're foil and everything. And you get both of them. It's a fair trade, honestly, you know. You should know about Unukalhai and Silver.
What? There are others from our world who seek to restore it. Then please tell them this. Though we are worlds apart, in our shared objective, we walk as one.
Nice glove.
is past time we returned home. Pray, climb upon my back.
Till we meet again.
Bloop.
No matter where we are, or how much time passes, our bond will endure. This I believe.
Looks back at the planet. Oh, right. This is going to be a long project. So for those curious, recently I participated in an interview with Alpaca Lips, which is also on YouTube. And he asked me what my prediction was for Zero, whether she was going to die or what, and I specifically said I feel like they were like really painting it on, like really putting it on thick for us to think that she was going to like sacrifice herself, and that actually she's going to leave the story because she's too busy restoring the 13th, but she's not going to die. I'm just saying. I feel like I nailed that one.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. While you were away, a rent in the fabric of reality suddenly appeared. Through it, we could observe your locked in furious battle with Zeromus.
Oh, that's not what we could see.
By the time it closed up, we had seen your victory. Well done, by the way, but we still couldn't breathe easy until we knew for certain you were safe and sound. And here you are, thank heavens. Dare I hope Ashdaya is safe too? And Zero? In a word, yes. Though we could not return Ashdaya to her original form, Ritra granted her a new vessel using one of his eyes. Her circumstances are unique, but it nevertheless gives me hope that there may be a way to save other Voidsent. As for Zero, she has chosen to remain in her world and do what she can to restore it. Ah, so the light of hope shines again amidst the darkness. Hers is an admirable dream, and I pray that she hops and skips her way to making it reality.
I would love to see Zero hop and skip. Mayhap our research into environments capable of supporting life would be of use in the 13th.
Oh, now there's a thought. A day may come when the people of the Source and the 13th work hand in hand. In anticipation of this, we must accumulate even more useful technology. And I must inform Jammingway as well. I spy an opportunity for the last drakes to expand into the void. Ah, but don't let us detain you with our cavalcade of brilliant ideas. We'll see that the gate is closed and the seal deactivated. So go home and get some rest. That includes you, Urianger.
As thou dost command, pray convey our gratitude to the Watcher for his timely assistance. It would seem Ritra is preparing to depart. Come, let us descend to the Tower of Babel. Upon arriving in Garlemald, 'twould be meet to inform Ulus of our mission's outcome. Let us seek him out at Tertium. Convenient. I have promised Zero to talk with Ulus, I'm pretty sure, so... Yeah, that is true, Bellringer. It is not... Oh, someone already teleported there. Excellent. Thank you. It is not surprising that it ended like this, but I feel like usually they finish this in like 0.3. Like 4 and 5, I feel usually is used to set up the next expansion. I feel like they really set themselves up to just start with the expansion premise either in like January or when the expansion actually drops. Hi.
Oh, it's you again. Is everything all right?
So you were able to rescue Ashdaya. Thank the 12.
Channeling light from the first was rather ingenious. It may fall short of cross-rift travel, but it's still an impressive achievement in my book.
You're too kind. Suffice it to say, though, that I don't intend to rest on these laurels. There's always more to be done.
Zero stayed in the void, did she? Well, if I had known it would come to that, I would have said a proper farewell.
Aww. Zero took your words to heart.
Really? I don't remember saying anything profound. Still, I'm glad that she got something out of her time here. As the days roll on, things will change for the both of us. But some things will remain as they are. As far as I'm concerned, Zero will always be a friend and comrade. And I will never forget her.
If she's working tirelessly to restore the 13th, it wouldn't do to be outdone here. When next Zero visits, we must see to it that you have a shiny new Garlemald to show her.
Indeed. And speaking of rebuilding, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you and Alphino. Word has spread of our dealings with Razat Han, and people are excited by the prospect of standing on our own 2 feet again. Naturally, it won't be straightforward. It never is. But on the whole, I have a good feeling about things.
In other words, it may be time for us to limit our involvement. That Garleans might take the lead. I can see the sense in that.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
It's exactly what he meant.
Seeing as things are going well, we want you to take a rest. A proper rest. That's what I wanted to say on everyone's behalf. You've done so much for us already. Toiled beside us in the cold for far longer than anyone could ask. You've earned a reprieve 100 times over. So go on. Step away from here and head wherever you like. But if it were me, I'd choose somewhere warm.
Well, conveniently, Judas.
That's exactly what he meant.
I was thinking of taking a break anyway.
Okay then, LSA.
Far be it from us to go against such a heartfelt request. Though I would be lying were I to say matters here wouldn't weigh on our minds.
Soon, LSA.
We could take a leaf out of Zero's book and roam about for a while. Maybe visit nations who share little history with Garlemald. Look for opportunities to foster future relations. We might learn something of recent foreign affairs that has escaped our notice.
As an independent party, we would be well suited to the task. An excellent idea, Alice.
Well, that hardly sounds like a rest at all.
True.
To us, it is the best kind of rest. Stimulating and meaningful.
If it's settled, then let's return to Charlian and consider our options. What about the rest of you? Do you have any plans?
We're indebted to Lord Fortuneau and his colleagues for their cooperation. 'Twould be meet to report on the outcome of our mission.
Then it seems we are all bound for Charlian. Upon arriving, let us seek out Atheles at the rostra and have her notify Father.
It's the big wave. Oh, perfect. Thank you. To the rostra, to the rostra.
Wait, aren't you the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Or were, rather. I understand you've disbanded. An audience with Lord Fortuneau? You're in luck. The forum has just this moment adjourned, and he is still inside with the scholar. Please wait here while I inform them of your presence.
Carnival restoration in 7.x. Oh boy. I wonder. Apologies to have kept you. I trust you won't object if scholar Montagane also attends. My incorrigible children, were you not assisting with Garlemald's reconstruction?
Our hosts were most insistent that we take a rest, so here we are. But more importantly, Caetsu has news that she would share with you.
So the threat has passed. These are glad tidings indeed.
Harnessing light from the first, a technological triumph that could have ended in catastrophic failure.
Oops. But let us not dwell on hypotheticals. Like the ether from the Isle of Harm, you employed the light for peaceful, albeit unanticipated purposes. Knowledge exists to serve the greater good, as my father was fond of saying. I'm inclined to agree, in this instance. It has been established that world-ending crises in the reflections are connected to calamities in the source. As such, the strides you made in understanding the nature of and effecting a change in a reflection may one day prove vital for mankind's preservation. The Forum will be eager to review your accounts thoroughly, for every drop of water serves to swell the great river of knowledge. Might we prevail upon you to prepare a comprehensive report, Y'shtola, on the subjects of the Void and Cross-Rift travel both?
It would be my pleasure.
Can we give you homework, Y'shtola? We will share these tidings with those who aided you, Kokol, Dankol not least of all. Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. I should be glad to speak with you both later. Bum bum bum. And another quest. Oh, I think this is the last one then. With that, our obligations here are concluded. Oh, Nidana, what news from Thabnir? They returned then? Wonderful. Rest assured all is well with us too. Is that so? We would be honored, of course. I shall relay this to the others. Spill the tea, Y'shtola. A great feast will be held in Ratzatan to celebrate Ashdaya's homecoming. We have all been invited. Ooh! I'm afraid my sister and I must decline. We have only just returned home. To leave again so soon would be inconsiderate to our parents. Ah, parents, am I right? With regret, I too must excuse myself from attendance. A prior commitment requires that I remain in Sharlayan for a time. Let not our absence deter you, however. Pray enjoy yourselves to the fullest. I've no plans in particular, so you can count me in. I may as well visit the Radiant Host while I'm there. How about you, Caetsu? Far be it from me to turn down free food. That's the spirit. But what about the Memoria Crystal? It would be remiss of us not to deliver it promptly to our friends in the first. Ah, shucks. Also, if they are to transfer light and dark between worlds, they will need command over the Crystal Tower. In which case, I shall give you my spirit vessel to take again. When you arrive in the Crystarium, the sentry at the tower should be able to round up everyone for you. Thank. Once you have seen to matters there, come and join us at Megaduta. Give everyone our regards, you hear? Oh boy, there's a lot of people, NSA. You know, everyone is a lot of people, right? Teleport 30 meters down the street. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back, madam. Mistress Reen is still in the ocular. Will you be joining her? Sure. Very good. If you would care to head inside, I shall send for Captain Lena and beg Luke at once. And then things happen, you see.
Ah, yes. The king has already shared what they glimpsed in the source. The day is won, and the danger past. Hearing the tidings lifted a great weight from my shoulders. Never before had I taken on such a monumental request.
Small though it was, we are glad to have played a role in saving the Exarch's home. And yours. Furthermore, the endeavor served to reaffirm the bond between the peoples of Norvrant. Nurturing this bond, we will strive to be an example for the world Zero aspires to restore.
Is that a Memoria crystal? I can feel it. The tremendous darkness within. Using darkness from the void to restore balance to this world. If such a thing could be done!
Well, well. Though night has returned to our world, darkness cannot arise of its own accord, much less in abundance. But if it could be brought here, in like manner to how we channeled light to the void, it may well be possible to restore the empty in its entirety.
nodders.
Do you still have that spirit vessel with you? If so, I beg you loan it to me for a time. I would use it to investigate a way to have the tower receive rather than send energy. Thank you. I shall commence my work at once, in concert with Unu Kalhai, and rigorously explore the possibility.
I too need to explore new possibilities for my powers. My recent experience at Nabatha Reng has taught me that. To that end, I will set aside botany for a time, and focus instead on myself. Knowing Zero is out there, doing her utmost to restore her own world, it inspires me to redouble my efforts.
There you are.
Dun dun!
I waited and waited, but you never came. What have you been doing here?
Gaia!
Oh.
Hi.
Do I know you?
We promised to go for coffee biscuits, remember?
Ugh. I never agreed to anything of the sort. Besides, coffee biscuits are old news. I'd rather try something else.
What? I thought you liked them too. Well, no matter. The second serving has something for every taste. So let's just go.
Enough about that. What were you talking about? Harnessing darkness from the void. Now there's an idea. Of course, if you're dealing with darkness, Reen alone won't cut it. Next time, call on me as well, alright?
Yeah, I was just about to say, Bellringer. Next time, call on me, alright? And I was just like, well, not until the Eden raid is mandatory, you see. Hi, Green. Hope you're doing well. It was a mighty struggle, but I had faith that you would be victorious in the end. And I doubt not that the people of Norrand will cheer when they learn that the Warrior of Darkness managed to save her home. I know you're a busy woman, so don't let us keep you. Rest assured that we will continue the work we've begun. Yes! Free food! Woohoo! Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the MSQ update. I really liked the music in the trial. That was incredibly good. I'm guessing that we're just on the cusp of finishing it. Elringer says, given your GP used the same message he did when Crystal Tower was optional and then no longer was. Oh, that is a good point. Mistress Chaiji, you honor us with your presence. Though I am but a humble servant, I offer you my heartfelt thanks for rescuing the Satrap's beloved sister. But without further ado, the great feast to celebrate this joyous occasion is about to begin. The venue is Mary's Main, and you are a guest of honor. Of course it's Mary's Main. Ah! All of our friends. All of Estinian's friends.
It cannot be. Oh, Vashan, my darling little brother. To think that I will never see you again.
Aww.
The way you carry on, anyone would think he was actually your brother. Save your tears now. His Excellency still has one of his eyes. And he has made it clear he intends to continue using his vessel. You'll see Varshan again. Never fear.
Truly? But will it be the little one?
Personally, I prefer the adult vessel. It cuts a gallant figure and has superior functionality besides.
Ah yes, it has more features.
Bah. I don't care about such things.
Is this like an anime forum we're witnessing, or what's going on here?
My little brother is little and adorable.
Sisters, give me strength.
Yeah, you don't
It's a
say.
fine thing being so loved.
That's a little toxic. Oh. Oh. Why are we at the drunk table?
Had enough of the revelry, have you? So, what's next for our hero? No need to decide just yet. You'll recall our escapades in the Void began with a treasure map I paid entirely too much gil for. You can't force an adventure. It'll happen when it happens. And you'll know when the time is right. Till then, it's good to lend an ear to others and their tales. And speaking of others...
Discussing each other's plans, are we? Alas, I have nothing exciting to share. I foresee an extended confinement in my Sharlayan chambers, compiling my theories on cross-rift travel. My research may be classified, prohibited by the powers that be. But so long as a bond exists between people, ever shall our worlds be connected. As it stands, a means to travel to the first is within reach, and I would be satisfied even should my research not exist in an official capacity. And what of you, Estinian? Have you any plans?
I guess you did.
He never was one to stay put for long, though I've no doubt he will make himself known when needed.
It's the moon! They're having a little long distance conversation. It was a lively feast, was it not? And it impressed upon me once again how dear Vitra is to his people. How dear Vitra is to his people. Yeah, I think they were telling her as well, and Tiamat. Hey! Ashdaya's back! Cool! Put her on the phone!
Hello!
Sweet! Well, as much as I should like to linger, 'tis past time I took my leave. If you mean to depart as well, I suggest you call on Vitra before setting out. Before I forget, thank you for everything we learned and for everything we accomplished. I couldn't be more grateful. Till next time, take care. Dragon Discord. Smash cut to Rita with like a gaming headset with cat ears. Caetsu, I hope you enjoyed the festivities. Do you feel a little cramped in here as well? To be able to celebrate Ashdaya's return with everyone was moving beyond words. Lest you wonder, I've chosen to use this vessel for now, the better to escort my sister Barazatan. This leaves my true form without an eye, but I do not anticipate having need of it in the immediate future. Long have I dreamed of showing Ashdaya my beautiful city, a glittering jewel born of unity, and I shall relish every moment of it. Now then, I believe both Ishtola and Ishtinian have embarked on their respective journeys, but have you yourself business elsewhere? Oh, Ashdaya is there! If not, you are welcome to remain here as long as you like. Should aught of import arise, we will inform you, but until such a day arrives, I bid you take your ease. Is this the explanation for why the MSQ in the next expansion starts here? Just randomly? Meanwhile, in Old Charlian,
Everything appears to be in order. Oh, finished at last. So time-consuming. How nice would it be to have a mammoth to handle such tasks? Now then, let's have a look at you.
she spent an entire major patch just cleaning. Wow.
Quite old, this letter. We'll need to store it carefully.
I knew it, Cryer. Look, you missed your opportunity. Smash Bros. Ultimate is over. There's no more characters being added. You didn't answer the call. Ugh.
Addressed to Grandfather, and come all the way from Tuliolal, from a Gulu someone.
Tuliolal.
Oh, the ink's too faded. Hardly anything is legible. Come on, give me something. A commission to investigate the Golden City in Tural. How odd. No one ever mentioned such a commission, nor have I seen any records. Something else in here.
Oh, sweet. $50.
What an unusual earring. How does it relate to the petition, I wonder?
Kryl, that's what happens when you pre-order an expansion. And you get one of those.
Oh, did you go there, grandfather? To the Golden City in Tural?
That's a big ship. It's a big ship. Hey, man. What's up, bro? Bad day?
Back again already, after making a show of leaving. Well, this is it, Charlene. Quite a far cry from Tuliolal, yes? Come, let's go and find your candidate. Our adventurer friend.
Oh, that is actually a very good explanation, Aradel, because I was just about to be like, well, we know they have feet and legs. Of course, the male Viera is going to show off the female Hrothgar. That moonlight kiss this darkened shore as seaward drifts our gaze once more. Ta-da! We did the thing! We did the thing, we did the thing. That's a good story. A very good trial. So, I did see Ymir mention I didn't wipe once when I did the trial. Personally, I would rather have a trial where we wipe. Even if I feel like what wiped us was just bad luck. Because the thing is, the problem was that specifically both of our healers were dead. If we had had just one DPS alive, and I do believe we did, and that had been, you know, someone with a raise, we would have been fine. But because of our specific group composition, we didn't. So we just kind of looked at our situation like, well, and just had to wipe it. Right, so that of course means that the next thing we will be doing is there will be a break, and then I will do another stream where we do the new Alliance raid. And if you want to come along with me for the Alliance raid, then of course you would need to make sure you have unlocked the Alliance raid by the time I do, approximately, and be on an EU data center so you can join me on Louisoix Chaos. And then we'll see how many we can bring. I don't think we'll bring 24 people, but if we can get, like, as long as we can get as close to 8 as possible, that would be awesome. I hope you enjoyed watching my perspective of the new MSQ. And enjoying my voice acting for the characters. As I do. I certainly thought that it was a pretty good ending. I also thought it was quite funny that Golbez was like, no, I don't deserve to be in your company. And Zero almost like figuratively grabbed him by the ear like, no, Come on now, meet my friends. I thought that was a really good ending. Like, this character that they had built up so much and told us his story, I thought it was almost a shame if he was just gone after that. We don't stand yanderes. We don't stand tsunderes. But Alice is still here. Right. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did enjoy it, consider leaving a like on the stream. That tells YouTube that, well, that it was a good stream. It helps me very much. And remember that there is a community Discord if you want to see more of some of the people that you've seen in the stream or in the chat. Where you can also find the weekly schedule, where you would find that I have had all this planned all along. And yeah, I do hope you enjoyed it. Cheryl, there's going to be a little longer break than this morning after the patch discussion stream. It's going to be a little longer break because I need to eat something. But after that, you'll see like a short warning and like a little notice beforehand. Then the stream will start, and then I will have to reach the alliance raid first. And I don't know how much. Like, I believe that I heard that it was a lot of story before the alliance raid, but I might be wrong on that. But yeah, that's the plan. Either way, good evening, good night, good morning, afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll hopefully see you very soon. Very, very soon. Bye-bye.